Can a brand new developer actually ship working code with an AI agent framework in a single day? That's the real test of a good learning curve, and it's where LangChain and CrewAI diverge sharply. One of them will have your new hire productive by lunch, and the other might have them still reading docs at 5 p.m. Let's start with the mental model each framework demands, because that's the first hill a new dev has to climb. LangChain asks you to think in terms of composable pieces, chains, prompts, runnables, retrievers, memory, and the LCL pipe syntax that stitches them together. It's powerful, but it's a lot of vocabulary before you write anything useful. A junior dev opening the LangChain docs for the first time faces a sprawling ecosystem where the same task can be done 4 different ways, and knowing which is current versus deprecated is its own challenge. CrewAI, by contrast, hands you a metaphor you already understand: a team. You define agents with a role, a goal, and a backstory. Then you assign them tasks and group them into a crew. That's basically the whole model. When I sat a new dev down with CrewAI, the concept clicked in about 15 minutes because you have a researcher agent and a writer agent that hand off work maps directly to how humans actually collaborate. There's far less abstraction tax to pay up front. Now let's talk about the first working demo, because nothing builds momentum like seeing output. With CrewAI, a 2-agent workflow that researches a topic and writes a summary is maybe 40 lines of Python, and most of that is descriptive strings. Your new hire runs it, watches the agents talk in the terminal, and immediately feels like they built something real. That dopamine hit matters more than we admit when onboarding. With LangChain, the equivalent first win takes longer, but the payoff is different. You'll spend more time wiring up a retriever, choosing a vector store, and understanding how the pipe operator passes data between steps. It's slower to first output, but the dev comes away understanding what's actually happening under the hood. When something breaks at 2 a.m. in production, that deeper mental model is worth its weight in gold. LangChain teaches you the machinery. CrewAI hides it so you can move fast. That trade-off shows up hardest during debugging, which is where day one optimism meets reality. LangChain's error messages can be cryptic, sending a new dev spelunking through nested abstractions, but its verbose logging and Langsmith tracing eventually let you see every prompt and token. CrewAI is friendlier at the surface, but when an agent loops forever or ignores its task, the very abstraction that made it easy now hides the cause. A beginner can get stuck without knowing which knob to turn, because the framework decided the orchestration for them. So here's the honest verdict for onboarding in a day. If your goal is a confident, motivated new dev with a working prototype by end of day, CrewAI wins the speed race decisively. The role-goal-task model is genuinely faster to internalize. But if you're building something you'll maintain for years, and you want a dev who truly understands agent orchestration, LangChain's steeper curve pays compounding dividends. The right pick depends on whether you're optimizing for the first day or the first year. Match the framework to your team's actual timeline and the maintenance burden you're signing up for, and either one can onboard someone fast. Tomorrow, I'm building the exact same 2-agent research and write app in both frameworks side by side, timing every step so you can see precisely where the minutes go. Subscribe right now so that head-to-head build lands in your feed the moment it drops.